Strap yourself in
because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Hey everyone, this is David Hancock. For over 20 years, I've been coaching C-level leaders and guiding people as a Christian pastor. And now I want to bring that experience right here to you to help you grow as a leader and also in your faith. Friends, colleagues, fellow warriors in the arena, I want you to look around. We're all here because we've won. We've won the brutal, unforgiving, and often really absurd race to the top. We've built things, we've scaled mountains, we've made the hard calls, and more often than not, they have paid off. But let's cut through the BS. And let's get to the heart of real leadership. How do you respond and recreate yourself after failure? Now, this isn't a victory lap. This is about what happens when you're not winning. This is about the price of admission to this club. That admission to genuine leadership is really failure. As former president of the United States, Theodore Roosevelt, echoed, and who I love, he said, every man in the arena will always fail at certain junctures. Dirt's going to get on your face, blood on your lip. That's not a poetic metaphor, but it really is a professional reality. The question isn't if it will happen, but when. And when it does, how will you respond and determine the strength of your leadership and also the depth of your learning? You know, most people fail and then they just limp back into the game. They patch the wounds, they give a post-mortem, they tell a sanitized story, they survive. This isn't a talk about survival. Survival is for the weak, really. Survival is really just a low bar. This talk is about something far more valuable: recreation. It's about taking the scorched earth of your last failure and using it to really forge something entirely new, something stronger, something untouchable. Let's start with the one thing you have to kill first. It's the ego. Your failure wasn't an unfortunate market turn. It wasn't just because of a single person or a flawed team. It's on you. It started with you in some small or profound way. You probably made an assumption that was wrong. You trusted when you should have verified. You hesitated when you should have acted. You failed. This is the hardest part. You've been programmed your entire life to win, to be really the smartest in the room, the one with the answers. Failure is a direct assault on that identity. But here's the brutal truth. The identity you had is what led you to that specific failure. If you don't break it down, you will just repeat that failure that is waiting to happen. Your first step isn't to look for a solution. It's to sit in the dirt. It's to feel the grit on your face and the sting in your lip and ask one question without flinching. What is the deepest, most uncomfortable truth this failure is screaming at me? This is not a PR exercise. It's a personal autopsy. What is your fundamental flaw in your strategy? Was it an arrogant belief that you were invincible? Was it a blind spot you refused to acknowledge? You need to perform really a ruthless, data-driven audit of your own leadership. Not what you thought you were doing, but what you actually did. This self-audit is not an academic exercise. It's a painful reality. It's a necessary step. You need to gather the facts, no matter how much they hurt. Talk to people you failed. Ask your team, your partners, your mentors, your spouse. the ones who actually tell you the truth, to hold up a mirror. Don't ask them for solutions. Ask them for the unflinching insight into what broke. Now, this process isn't about deconstruction. It's not just recovery. It's about tearing down the flawed parts of your operating system. Maybe it's the way you communicate. Maybe it's your inability to delegate. Maybe it's your obsession with a sunk cost idea. This isn't just about fixing the symptom. It's about rebuilding the core. Now, once you've deconstructed, that's when you can really start to reconstruct. You're not just picking up the pieces, you're using the broken glass to form this whole new mosaic. And this is where the real power lies. You now have this unique opportunity to design a new blueprint for your leadership. But what does this new version of you look like? Maybe you lead with more vulnerability. Maybe you're more decisive. Maybe you're less attached to being right and more attached to getting the best possible outcome. This isn't about becoming a better version of your old self. That's a trap. It's about becoming a different kind of leader, a leader forged in the fire, a leader who has seen what the bottom looks like and isn't afraid of it. Your old narrative is dead. You need to write a new one. The new story isn't about a smooth climb to the top. It's about a man who fell, who bled, who emerged with a new kind of strength. It's a story of transformation, not just resilience. This is the story your team, your investors, your board needs to hear. It builds a level of trust that no amount of success could ever buy. And finally, you have to get back into the arena. You have to step back in where the scars are visible. Don't hide the failure. Don't gloss over it. Don't reframe it as a minor blip. Use it as a source of strength. Lead with your scar tissue. Show them that you are now more prepared, more humble, more dangerous than you were before. Because you've seen the worst. You've felt the pain. You've done the work. You've recreated yourself from the ground up. This isn't about avoiding the next fall. It's about knowing that when it happens, you've already proven you have the blueprint to build back even stronger.
If you like our video content, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you for partnering with us at the David Hancock Experience, the intersection of faith and leadership.